Good morning and welcome. It is September 26, 2023. I will call our Board of County Commissioners meeting to order. We have a very busy agenda today, some exciting things to do and people to see.
Places
and
to go?
and places, well, hopefully not. We will begin this morning with our friend, Pastor Blaine Albright from Christ Fellowship Church to do our invocation, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance, which this morning will be presented and led by our 4-H club member. And then after that, we have some wonderful proclamations. So if you would all please stand. Good morning.
Morning, Commissioners. Gonna have a great day today. Busy day. I'll be brief. Let's pray together. Father, thank you for the opportunity to come to you in prayer. Scripture reminds us in Philippians 4:6 that we're not to be anxious about anything, but in everything by prayer and supplication. And with thanksgiving, we're to let our requests be made known to you. And so we come to you now, knowing that you're great and you're over everything, but you're also personal and you're concerned with us, your creation that you love so much. And so we thank you for the promise in your word that tells us that when we draw close to you, that you will also draw close to us. God, I confess, I need your wisdom today. The Bible tells us that if we need wisdom, that we can ask you for it and you'll give it to us generously. And so I need your wisdom today to be a better husband and father and pastor and friend. I pray that we're all seeking and welcoming your guidance today as we speak and listen to each other. I pray that our words would be gracious and filled with humility as we speak and talk, even with people that we may disagree with or have conflict with. Help us to remember that every person has inherent value. Every person is made in your image. And so thank you for this beautiful county and all of our leaders. Thank you for these commissioners and citizens that I believe are doing holy work by striving to be good stewards of this blessing we call Martin County. Again, God, lead us so that we can see your kingdom come and your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
David, afterwards, if they could stay and they could introduce themselves.
Good morning.
Come to the mic.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated. Please introduce yourself. Tell us, maybe what school you go to. And
My name is Bailey Burrier. I go to South Fork High School. I'm dual enrolled at IRC, and I've been in 4-H for 10 years now. So,
Good. Thank you very much for coming. Let's meet the rest of the team.
Come on, introduce yourself.
She says no.
Okay, so this is Rebecca Nolke. Rebecca is our Martin County 4-H program assistant. She's been on the job for just a couple weeks now, already doing a great job. She comes from 4-H in St. Lucie County, so she's no stranger to the program, so
Good.
really excited to have her.
Excellent.
And then Jennifer Pelham, our county extension director.
That's a familiar face. Well, thank you very much. And we have a proclamation, so please hang in there for a couple minutes.
David, you didn't introduce yourself.
He's going to get to in a minute.
My name is David Hafner. I am the Martin County 4-H agent. I was also a Martin County 4-H kid and a volunteer in the program for 7 years before I became the agent. So I'm pretty excited now to be the agent.
That's a full circle life. Okay. Some housekeeping.
A lot of presets.
Yes. We have several presets this morning. We have a 9:05 public comment. We have a 9:30 a.m. legislative public hearing to consider adoption of a comprehensive plan amendment CPA 23-05, 6900 Southeast Ridgeway Terrace. We have 9:45 public hearing to consider adoption of amendment to the Martin County zoning atlas to change the zoning classification for CPA 23-05, 6900 Southeast Ridgeway Terrace. We have a 2 o'clock presentation of the draft impact fee study. We have a 3 o'clock public hearing to consider adoption of an ordinance amending the false alarm reduction ordinance, Article 5, Chapter 111, General Ordinances, Martin County Code. We have 505, which is the final fiscal year 2023-2024 budget public hearing, and 505 public comment. I've also added in this morning a brief presentation of from the Martin County Fair Association, which has got a lot of exciting things happening that we wanted to share with everyone. So we'll be doing that as well. And
There's an additional item too.
yes, yeah, I'm not done. We have an additional consent agenda item, request for approval of a settlement agreement and release of liability between Paws JJBCR LLC, doing business as the Noble Paw, and Delray Pet Life LLC, and Martin County case number 23-CIV-14125-AMC. And we do have one consent pull, number 15, and that is because of a voting conflict. So I'm going to separate out consent agenda item number 15. And with that, Commissioner Smith.
Chairman, move the agenda with the additional item of consent item 16 and the request to pull item 15 from consent.
Thank you very much. Looking for a second.
Second.
Thank you. We have a motion by Commissioner Smith for the agenda as presented, except for consent number 15, seconded by Commissioner Hurd. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? The motion carries unanimously.
Chairman, I would move item 15, and I understand that somebody has to file their form.
Correct.
Second.
Thank you. We have a conflict for voting, and I would hear from Commissioner Jenkins.
Okay, I filled out my Form 8B. This is potentially with the company I own, special gain or loss for Jenkins Landscape Company. We do own roll-off trucks. This is not something we do as our business model, but just for the sake of, God forbid, if it ever came up, it would be a conflict, so I'm going to recuse myself from the vote.
Thank you very much. We have a motion for consent agenda item number 15 by Commissioner Smith, seconded by Commissioner Hurd. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? That motion carries 4-0 with Commissioner Jenkins abstaining. With that, let's get into some of the good news of the day. We have 2 or 3 different proclamations for you this morning, and the first one is Declare 4-H Week in Martin County, Florida, and it will be professionally and beautifully presented by Miss Laura Beaupre. Ms. Beaupre, you are recognized.
Thank you, Commissioner. Good morning. 4-H is America's largest youth development organization, supporting nearly 6 million youth across the country each year. National 4-H Week, observed October 1st through the 7th this year, showcases the incredible experiences that 4-H offers young people and highlights the remarkable 4-H youth in Martin County who work each day to make a positive impact on those around them. And here to accept, we have obviously David Hafner and his crew. He is our youth development agent.
Thank you, Commissioners, very much for this proclamation. I think I just want to lead with the most important point is that in 4-H, you'll see our 4-H projects at the Martin County Fair, statewide events. But it's not the projects that we're focusing on. It's the projects that are creating our future leaders who are youth members that are in the 4-H program. That's really where the focus is. When I came to become the 4-H agent, I already had a lot of goals in my head, as I had been in the organization for a while. So I hit the ground running. Even though I was new, I wasn't new. And so luckily and importantly, the 4-H members, especially our 4-H leader members, I asked them, what are your goals? What are things that you want to do? And we aligned perfectly. They basically told me 2 things that they really wanted. They wanted to go to statewide events and not have somebody say, where's Martin County? They wanted people to say, oh, I wish we were in Martin County. So that was number 1, and that was one of my goals. And number 2 was to expand what we're already offering in 4-H. We have an incredible program already. You can see these kids at the Martin County Fair exhibiting their livestock and their arts and crafts and things like that. But there's just way more to 4-H than what we're currently offering. We now have a photography club coming online, working on a rifle club coming online. We're just looking for new opportunities, more leadership experiences. We're going to be doing a community pride project where we assess the needs in our community, get funding for that, and then meet that need. We're really looking to expand to the full potential of what 4-H is. And it's not me, it's kids like Bailey who are out there who are taking the initiative to take that next step and really be leaders in our community. And you're going to see a lot more of them really soon. So I'm excited to be in the mix to help them with their potential.
Mr. Chair, David, a few years back, during one of the fair openings, all the 4-H members that were there and the FFA kids that were there, we did a picture with them, and it was one of the most memorable kind of opportunities I had. To the young person that was there, every single one of them reached their hand out, shook my hand. They were incredibly professional. They were incredibly pleasant. It's just like the best kids you could ever possibly imagine, and it says a lot to what the program does and the leadership skills that it gives them. And so you all are doing a remarkable job. And Bailey, congratulations for being part of it. It is absolutely, I think, one of the better things you can involve yourself in for life-changing, motivational opportunities for things to come. So good luck for you, and thanks for being here.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Everybody scoot on in. All right, we'll do a couple. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2.
Our next proclamation declaring Treasure Coast Day of Prayer in Martin County, Florida.
A National Day of Prayer has been part of our heritage since it was declared by the First Continental Congress in 1775 and approved by the U.S. Congress in 1952 as a joint resolution. The Treasure Coast Day of Prayer was established by the Treasure Coast Christian Alliance and is observed on the fourth Thursday in September. The Alliance encourages residents of all faiths to celebrate the day in the way they find most profoundly meaningful. And here to accept from the Treasure Coast Christian Alliance, we have Sherry Way. Oh, there she is. I was looking to where you were.
I want to thank the County Board of Commissioners for issuing this proclamation. The Treasure Coast Christian Alliance has been around for a number of years, even before it came to the Treasure Coast. Started with my husband while he was alive some 30 years ago under a different name. It has been taken up again here in the Treasure Coast over the past 8 years. What we do is we have a board of pastors, senior pastors from throughout the Treasure Coast. We're always open to receiving information from pastors and leaders in our community. We incorporate the business leaders and the civic leaders to participate in all the things we do. Always invited to the Christmas Proclamation Supper and to our prayer meetings and other venues that we open up. So I just want to thank you all, and I hope to see you at the Christmas Proclamation Supper on December 3rd. It is open to all of you to come, and we would be delighted to have you. And this prayer meeting is actually, because we're having it at the Fence Center in Fort Pierce this year, we couldn't have the exact prayer meeting on the fourth Thursday of the month in September. So we are going to do this October 3rd in the evening at 6 p.m. And again, everyone is invited to join us. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Thank you. I have a not tall wife as well, so I think she's a little taller than me.
All right, let's take a couple. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to take one.
Yeah, she needs, can you fizz all
I
that?
want to get the height, yes. 1, 2, 3.
Our next proclamation is declaring September as Suicide Prevention Awareness Month in Martin County, Florida.
The health, economic, and housing crisis has taken its toll with increases in suicidal ideation and deaths, substance use, household violence, food insecurity, and more. September is recognized as Suicide Prevention Awareness Month, with local organizations such as 211 Palm Beach Treasure Coast and Suncoast Mental Health Center helping those in need who are in a mental health or suicide crisis. And here to accept, we have Kelly Rogers from the Suncoast Mental Health Center, and I'm not sure if Chad got here, Chad Adcock from the 211 Palm Beach Treasure Coast. Is he here? Ah, come on up.
One taller than you.
I'll try not to make Chad look bad. Thank you, commissioners and guests. My name is Kelly Rogers, and I am the Marketing and Outreach Coordinator for Suncoast Mental Health Center. We are a leading mental and behavioral health care provider, and we are celebrating our 25 years this year in the community. It is my privilege and pleasure to join with other community partners such as 211 to accept this proclamation for Suicide Awareness and Prevention Month. I am here today because conversations matter, and we can save lives. With suicide ranking among the leading cause of death in the U.S., especially among teens and young adults, we must continue to advocate for prevention through conversation and education. More than 48,000 people die a year from suicide. That means every 11 minutes, someone takes their own life. 132 suicides a day. At Suncoast Mental Health Center, we are addressing the mental health crisis by bringing our services and support directly to the communities we serve. We offer client-focused, community-based, and family-centered health care in homes, schools, workplaces, our 4 locations, and by telehealth. Our dedicated team of professionals are passionate about helping others and working together to provide a holistic approach. We treat over 1,400 clients every month. We treat 300 here in Martin County, and we are in 15 of your schools. On behalf of the children, adults, and families we serve, it's my sincere thanks to all of you for joining in the community effort to raise public awareness and promote mental wellness and have those fearless conversations about suicide. So thank you for having us, and hopefully we will all continue to shed the light on this crisis.
Good morning, Commission. Thank you. My name is Chad Adcock. I do the outreach for 211 on the Treasure Coast, and 211 is the crisis line and helpline in this area. And I want to thank you for bringing attention to this matter that unfortunately is still very prevalent in our community. And in fact, we know that the CDC just released the numbers for 2022, and we're at a higher suicide rate than has ever been in this country right now. So it's important to keep in mind that the mental health struggles are real, and that everyone out there is dealing with that, and to know that you're not alone. Sometimes there's this misconception that you shouldn't even talk about suicide, because if you talk about it, then you're going to push people over the edge and they're going to do it. And study after study shows that that's not the case at all. Talking about it and having those difficult conversations is what saves lives. So it's important to talk about it, and I appreciate all the help that all of our partners at Suncoast and others do. And to know that you're not alone. And anybody that is struggling right now can have a free conversation just by dialing 211 at any point, and know that it's confidential. So thank you. Thank you very much.
I was going to say, do I get to be in the middle?
A different kind of camera.
Yeah. Awkward prom picture.
All right, let's do a couple pictures. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, let's do it this way. Wait, we're gonna do it this way.
Do I get a box?
Oh, 1, 2.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Our next proclamation is declaring Careers in Construction Month in Martin County, Florida.
Careers in Construction Month is an annual observance designated to increase public awareness and appreciation of construction craft professionals and the entire construction workforce. October 2023 is Careers in Construction Month, and the board urges residents to join in recognizing the value of construction craft professionals and the critical role they play in the development of our community. And here to accept, we have Nikki Norton, President of the Treasure Coast Builders Association.
Thank you. Mr. Chair and Commissioners, thank you for recognizing this industry. I think it's one of the most important industries in this county of Treasure Coast in general. We're honored to be a part of that. I'm honored to be their current president at the moment. And thank you for your support in this month. Thank you.
Pillars of the construction community, introduce yourselves.
Good morning. Ronnie Kirchman, Kirchman Construction. We've been in business in Martin County since 1971, past president of the Treasure Coast Builders Association. And I'm proud to say my daughter works for me for the past 18 years, and she just obtained her GC license recently. And she's also a product of the Martin County school system, as well as I am. And thank you for this proclamation.
Hey, good morning, everyone. I'm Kevin Farrell with the Boys and Girls Club. We've been several years a part of the TCBA, and we're just about to start a skilled trades training in about 3 or 4 weeks. So we're really excited about that to continue on. And we know it's really important to get our youth members engaged, and it's a great living. So we're really excited about that. Thanks.
Bob Zacchio, CEO of Project Lift, mental health and substance abuse treatment that uses the skilled trades as replacement behaviors. So pretty appropriate on the proclamations for today with suicide awareness and certainly mental health issues and all the amazing things that Maddie Williams does in the TCBA and Nikki Norton. So congratulations on this proclamation today as well. So.
I like to put my members out in front, and I like to stay behind the curtain, but my name's Maddie Williams, and I am the director of the Treasure Coast Builders Association Charitable Fund, and our main focus going forward is educating the consumers, young adults, on the great opportunities in the construction industry for employment, for entrepreneurship, and so thank you all for this recognition, and we certainly appreciate it.
She can take the picture.
I'll send it to y'all.
Usually get the picture. Today's your day.
Ronnie's usually holding lobsters in pictures.
Oh, dear.
All right, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks, Ed.
Okay, before we present this, we need to vote to accept the proclamation declaring Fire Prevention Week in Martin County, Florida. So I would entertain a motion.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion by Commissioner Smith, seconded by Commissioner Heatherington. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? That motion carries unanimously. Now we can present declaring Fire Prevention Week in Martin County, Florida.
Martin County Fire Rescue personnel are dedicated to reducing the occurrence of home fires and home fire injuries through prevention, education, and community risk assessment. The Fire Prevention Week theme, Cooking Safety Starts With You, Pay Attention to Fire Prevention, effectively serves to remind us that we need to take personal steps to ensure our safety. In recognizing October 8th through the 14th as Fire Prevention Week, the board commends the men and women of Martin County's Fire Prevention and Fire Rescue divisions for their efforts to educate the public in fire prevention practices. And here to accept, we have Chief Fire and our Fire Marshal, Doug Colleen.
Who's going to defer to a community risk reduction specialist, Josh Jenkins.
All right. Come on up, Josh.
Good morning, and thank you, Commissioners, for this opportunity, and thank you, Martin County, for this opportunity. It's my privilege to serve the county as the Community Risk Reduction Specialist for the Fire Prevention Division of the Fire Rescue Department. So, Fire Prevention Week. The National Fire Protection Association declared the first national observance of Fire Prevention Week in 1922. President Calvin Coolidge, declared this a formal national public health observance in the year 1925, making Fire Prevention Week the longest national public health observance in our nation's history. So we're really proud that we get to be a part of that. In that capacity, we do spend a lot of time during Fire Prevention Week in Martin County schools from every grade level. But I would like the public to know that we are not limited to Fire Prevention Week. In the Fire Prevention Division, we do what we call public education events. Sometimes it is just myself with a group of scouts or an HOA. Sometimes it's an entire station. Sometimes it's in the community at a church or a school. Sometimes it's at the station. We have a wide array of public education events that we schedule. This fiscal year, the Fire Prevention Division has conducted 141 said public ed events, or pub ed events as we call them on our operations calendar, impacting 7,809 Martin County residents and students. So we talk a lot about fire prevention, fire safety. This year's Fire Prevention Week theme is Cooking Safety Starts With You. So just a couple of notes on that. In 1921, the U.S. Fire Administration reported over 170,000 home fires. It's a little known fact, everybody knows we do Fire Prevention Week during this time of year. It's a little known fact why. This public observance is conducted during the week of October 9th to memorialize the Great Chicago Fire of 1871. During which time 250 souls perished and 17,500 structures were lost. 17,400, excuse me. So there's a reason why we talk about it every year, and it's to memorialize that disaster and we have to keep reminding ourselves, despite all the fire protection code that we enforce in Martin County, and we work really diligently to do that, there are still structure fires, there are still accidents, and a lot of them are human nature, some of them are not, some of them are industrial accidents, acts of God. There's a lot of different reasons why we have these fires, but we have them, and we have more often than people would realize. So this year's theme, Cooking Safety Starts With You. A lot of what we're talking about is cooking safety. I want to direct the public to the NFPA's website. It's www.nfpa.org. And they have a ton of resources for every age level and every ability level in a multitude of languages discussing this year's theme. Tons of good resources for teachers, if you know any. I definitely disseminate all of this stuff through the Martin County School District via their safety administrator named Mark Coco. But I want the public to know they're free for everybody. You don't have to have any credentials to get them, and they have a lot of good stuff.